Welcome back to the shop, guys. Today we're going to wrench on some cars
and hammer on some
and see what's wrong and see what's right.
Today we got a special one for you. These beautiful red 650S. When it came in, it had a whole lot of problems. And that's why I want to emphasize, bring your car to a McLaren professional. Professionals like us. We can do oil changes, full engine builds, dynos, whatever you need. Look us up. In the meantime, let's get to the video. What's going on, guys? Today we have a red 650S that we just pulled this engine out of. We don't normally like to show too many bad things from other shops, but take a look at this. This bracket here is meant to hold lines just like this, but this bracket goes right here on top. Now we don't have a bracket up here to hold these lines. Next up, this hose right here. This is a coolant hose that's meant to be in an L form. This hose is actually from the intake sound generator. I don't even know why they would use a hose like that. Next up, we have a little bit of oil leaking from the front cover. We'll definitely get that fixed up. And then next, we have these are aftermarket turbos. We have a billet midsection with a little symbol there. But what I really want to show is right there on the impeller. You can see that it's bent. We have a bent fin. It doesn't look like it was hit by anything, but having a bent fin, it creates a lot of bad turbulence for the turbo, which will cause less power. Right here we have another bracket that's not in their correct place. Actually, this one's missing completely. As you can see on the passenger side, this bracket is what holds this upper radiator hose in place. But on this side, on the driver's side, there's no bracket at all and no clamp either. These are all little things that you have to be mindful of, and that's the reason why I need to bring it to a good shop. Investigating further, we have done a compression test which showed that cylinder 2 on bank 1 was at 104 psi, which is much lower than the rest. Performed a leak down test and saw that we were having an extreme amount of leaking out of cylinder 2, and we could hear it coming out of the exhaust side. So we know that we have a valve issue or possibly a cracked head. So let's remove these valve covers and see what we can see. With these valve covers removed, you can see that we have all good looking factory parts. Cams have a little bit of wear on them. Finger followers are all intact, no broken followers. So I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary so far. Let's walk around to bank 2. Taking a look at bank 2, we can see that we have upgraded finger followers on this side. So somebody has been in this side of the engine. Now these finger followers are the upgraded 765 finger followers, which have the diamond-like carbon coating on them, which help with resisting wear. You can see, or you can tell by the darker finger followers and the upgraded bolts. See, these finger followers are much lighter in color, and we have normal bolts here. One last thing we want to check before removing bank 1 head to check for valve problem or cracked head. We did have some cam codes on the car, so what I want to do is rotate the engine by hand, and typically we can hear a cam phaser pop whenever it's bad. So let's try that out. Got it pop right away. There it is. Did you see that? You can actually see the cam jump. every time it pops. There it is. All right. So that is definitely a bad cam phaser, so we'll be replacing those as well. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing it, but we're gonna do it anyway. This is the DLD that came on this car. I'm surprised it made it this far. As you can see, this spring is already about to come out. This one. That was actually not too bad. But this guy, if you look real closely, you can see where it ate through the metal. This one was about to come out all the way. You've seen our videos before, you know that this can cause a locked up engine, it can destroy your starter, it can cause all this leaking from vibrations. I mean, just look at this. Look over at the trans. All this junk. All because of a bad DLD. Replace your DLD, people.
I feel the attraction burn slowly, slowly, like a lit cigarette.
Alright, so we know we had a problem with cylinder 2. I have taken the liberty of disassembling this head, and we got our valves over here. Take a look at these cylinder 2 exhaust valves. That is a ton of carbon buildup. And we only have this on cylinder 2 exhaust side. This is so much carbon buildup. And the valve is even burnt up to where there's no way to repair this valve. We're only gonna have to replace it. This is gonna be a continued leak. Take a look at all that carbon buildup. This is only on cylinder 2 exhaust side that we're getting this, which is leading us to believe that we have possibly a fuel issue. Maybe they didn't do their oil maintenance properly. All I know is we're not getting good combustion in cylinder 2. For comparison, here is what the valve should look like. So we know our next step is going to be cleaning up these valves or replacing them, putting this back together, but we really need to flow test or bench test the injectors next and make sure that we're getting good fuel. So we'll do that next. We did it, guys. We got the 650 on the road, completely rebuilt the engine, did valve jobs on both banks. 2 new valves were replaced, 2 cams were replaced. We did cam phasers, new timing components, and man, this thing sounds so good. Take a listen. This isn't even its final form. We're going to be doing a tune on it, a dyno tune. Let's see how much power we can make with this thing.
If you guys have any rewards numbers that Casey can get some discounts, drop it in the comments.
Wrong number in. No rewards today.
How's that feel?
Feels so good.
Guys, the 650 is back to life. after not too long, but she's standing tall, she's looking good. She sounds great, yes she does. She sounds phenomenal. The turbos on this thing, how do they make you feel, Case? Those turbos are something else.
They make me feel so good. I do love the blowies. A jet engine. It's nuts.
We're about to take off.
Yeah.
It like starts.
I am really looking forward to seeing what kind of power these turbos make.
1,000 horsepower tune. Get ready guys. The next 1,000 horsepower boat on the channel.
Realistically, this is gonna make around 800, 850 to the wheels. It's gonna be nice.
If you guys want to see Casey's GTR back on the road, probably don't
Like
come
and
back.
subscribe. Send me money.
I'd say come back, but
Please send me money.
the little Hellcat wind.
It sounds like a jet engine. I'm gonna come.